know that if you don't keep the commandments of God, if you are not obedient to the commandments of God, then you and I will not prosper. Yeah. So we got to look at the other side of the coin. Read it again, Brother Crutchfield. Read it.
Keep therefore the words.
Keep therefore the word. That is action on our part. So the Mosaic law, the children of Israel had to keep. They had to keep it. That's right. Now the end result of keeping his word is what?
That you may prosper.
So read.
That you may prosper in all that you do.
That you prosper, not just in some of the things that you do. Come on now. Amen. He said all of the things that you do. All of the things that you do. Amen. All of the things that you do. Amen. Yes. Yes. All of the things that you do. Yeah. Not some of the things that you do, but all of the things that you do. Amen. What's required for, again, first, Brother Crutchfield?
Keep therefore the words.
Keep therefore the words of this covenant.
And do them.
And you better do them. And if you do them, guess what you'll do? You'll prosper. Amen. It's a commandment to come to church on Sundays. You ain't what the preacher thinks.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
That's right.
Amen. Amen.
It's a commandment. Hebrews the 10th chapter, verse number 23 to 26, clearly states that we are to gather together.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Amen.
See, that's the commandment of the Almighty God. I didn't make it up just now. You can't find that in the book, chapter, and verse where it says Anson, verse number 1, chapter 1, verse number 22. It does not exist. That's a commandment that comes from God. And if you do it, guess what you'll do? Prosper. Prosper means you gain. What do you gain? You gain eternal life is ultimately what we're looking for. That's our promised land. But right now, we're talking about the children of Israel and their promised land.
Yeah.
See, listen, some folks don't get that. So what they do, Brother Fisher, Brother Crutchfield, I'm sorry, if you will, turn over to, I'm looking for the stiff-necked. That's what I'm looking for. Turn over to Deuteronomy, the 9th chapter, verse number 13. And then make note of Exodus, the 32nd chapter, verse number 9. And let's look at this, because I did say that there are going to be some people that are going to be called an adjective. And I want you to read that, Brother Crutchfield. Go ahead and read what Moses said.
Deuteronomy 9 and 13.
Read.
Furthermore, the Lord spake unto me, saying.
Furthermore, the Lord spake unto me, saying.
I have seen this people.
See, God had seen these people. I'm talking about the children of Israel some 40 years ago, before the children of Israel made it across the river Jordan and camped in the city of Gilgal. He says, what?
I have seen this people.
He said, I've seen this people.
And behold, it is a stiff-necked people.
They are stiff-necked people. Did you hear that? Stiff-necked people. Turn to Exodus 32 and 9. They are stiff-necked people. What Moses is saying and what God is saying is that they are rebellious people. Did you hear that? Brother Smith, did you hear that? They are rebellious. They are stiff-necked. They are hard-hearted. They are rebellious. These are people that did what they wanted to do. They didn't care what God said. They disregarded what he said, Brother Proctor. They said, I'm going to do it the way I want to do it. Stiff-hearted, stiff-necked, rebellious. They had a spirit of disobedience.
Indeed.
Oh, man. I just brought it home right there. They had a spirit of disobedience. That means they shook their nose, and every time God made a commandment, they said, I want to do it this way, God. I got a better way of doing it. Oh, no. That requires some sacrifice on my part, God. So I can't do that. That requires too much of me, God. I can't do that. Look at what Exodus, the 32nd chapter, verse number 9 should be.
And the Lord said unto Moses,
And they said unto Moses, read,
I have seen this people,
I have seen this people,
and behold,
and
it is
behold,
a stiff-necked
they are
people.
stiff-necked. There it is again. Even after they had just came out of Egyptian bondage, God said they're stiff-necked. They're rebellious. They're stubborn. They have a spirit of disobedience. So fast forward to Gilgal. After the children of Israel had crossed the river Jordan, God told Joshua to do something to the children of Israel. If you look at verse number 7, God said, and their children who he raised up in their stead, them Joshua circumcised, for they were uncircumcised, because they had not circumcised them by the way. Church, I want you to know that because of their disobedience, the children of Israel did not participate in the circumcision any longer. They did not participate in the sacrifices or the Passovers that were done during that time because of their disobedience. Note verse number 8. And it came to pass, when they had done circumcising all the people, that they abode in their place in their camp till they were whole. Verse number 9 says, and the Lord said unto Joshua, this day I have rolled away the reproach of Egypt from off you. Wherefore the name of this place is called Gilgal unto this day. This word Gilgal means rolled away or removed or taken away. God had taken away all of the past experiences with the children of Israel. All of the disobedience, in a sense, had been cleansed. It had been rolled away. It had been removed. It's been taken out of the way. Are we getting this, church? It had been taken out of the way. Now, I want you to see something here. But Fisher, read verse number 10 of our text here this morning. I want you to see something here really quickly about the circumcision.
And the children of Israel encamped in Gilgal and kept the Passover on the 14th day of the month.
The Passover on the 14th day of the month. Read on.
At even in the plains of Jericho.
Even in the plains of Jericho. Read on.
And they did eat the old corn of the land.
They did eat the old corn
on the morrow.
On the morrow.
After the Passover.
After the Passover.
Unleavened cakes.
Unleavened cakes.
And parched corn in the self-same day.
Okay, good. Hold on. Here's what I want you to know. The children of Israel came across the Jordan River. They came across the Jordan River on the 10th day. Watch this. The children of Israel, Brother Proctor, they came across the Jordan River on the 10th day. That's right. And they celebrated the Passover on the 14th day. Now, let me say it again. The children of Israel, they came across the Jordan River on the 10th day. And they celebrated the Passover on the 14th day. Now, let me tell you something about circumcision. But Proctor, it took a while for that healing process to take place. Right. Are you with me? And I want you to understand what the Passover consisted of. So here again, they came across the Jordan River on the 10th day. I would suggest that somewhere in between the 10th and the 14th day, probably the 11th day, they were circumcised. And then on the 14th day, Joshua said, let's have the Passover. Because God said, observe the Passover. So what's the preacher suggesting here, Brother Fisher? Sometimes you and I are going to not want to do what God wants us to do. There's not always pleasure and prettiness involved in sacrifice and obedience to God. I believe the brotherhood has been infected with a cancer that everything that God asked of us is hunky-dory.
That's right.
It's pretty. It's pleasant. It's pleasurable. But that's not so. It's all right to shout for joy. It's all right to give all of the glory to the Almighty God. It's all right to praise His name in a mighty way. But sometimes God asks us to do some things that are not pleasant.
That's right.
Matter of fact, it brought pain to the children of Israel. So why did God have them do it? Because see, God He remembered their mamas and their daddies. Back in Numbers, the 14th chapters, and when they got to the Red Sea, and how they murmured, how they were rebellious, how they were stiff-hearted, they were stiff-necked, they were disobedient, they had a spirit of disobedience. See, God remembered that. And God remembered that. But as the children of Israel were transitioning, there was a new thing that was going to be done. Something had to change. God had to know that they were going to be obedient, even when it was not pleasurable. So what am I saying? On the 10th day, they came across the Red River, or the Jordan River. On the 14th day, they